Viewer discretion is advised.
You ever wanted a billion-dollar company spending $25 million on 9 episodes, totaling $225 million on a TV show to shit on the fans, attack the critics, while at the same time outing themselves? Well, we got an episode for you. The episode begins with them doing a homage to the 1978 The Incredible Hulk show, which kind of just proves how creatively bankrupt they are and how much they're trying to run off nostalgia. How dare my Tinder date not come home after one date to sleep with me? How dare they? There is an all-male conference. It's being hosted by Todd, Todd and Abomination. Jen strolls up while they're giving their speeches. Jen pops up on stage to essentially confront. They argue, blah, blah, blah. A Tweedledee and Tweedledum break in. They say he's part of the organization. He stole your blood. He's the King Hulk. He then turns into the King Hulk. Then everybody starts fighting, and then it's tinfoil. Then Bruce Hulk comes bumbling in and says, "Let's fight, Abomination!" And they start to fight, and then Jen stops time to wonder where the story is going. So as somebody logs off of Disney Plus, she decides to bump out of her world and come into our world to talk to the writers. Yet again, breaking the fourth wall. Look at that Marvel banner. No Iron Man, no Captain America, no Hulk. You know, the characters we actually like. So now she comes to our world, and she's just walking around with some terrible, awful CGI. She's wandering around the Disney Marvel campus in Hollywood. And she eventually finds the She-Hulk's writer's room. And she goes in. Oh man, we get to go into the She-Hulk writer's room. And holy shit. They got post-it notes on the walls, which is probably the entire script, which is not actually the script because none of these people can write. There's Jessica Gao. You know, this show's a hit when their office is in a tiny room. She then goes off to talk to Kevin, and she has to sign an NDA before talking to Kevin, in which she does, and then he pushes the alarm. She-Hulk then attacks some guards and kills them and uses the retinal scanner with one of the guards. Jen is now meeting Kevin Feige. So she essentially changes her story through Kevin Feige, so she doesn't have to take a single ounce of responsibility for anything and get exactly what she wants. That's the show. All the plot lines they built up were all undone. Now back in her world, she confronts Todd. My question is, why would Todd be getting arrested if everything was undone? Because then he did nothing. Oh, it's Daredevil. This scene's so funny because Jen has essentially hated her family the whole time. And now she's like pretending to be a family girl. I also want to note that the only way for her to get a man was to change the entire universe. How funny. Hulk shows up with his son, who has an awful haircut. So that's pretty much the end of the show. The big bad was the critics, as well as YouTubers, who criticized Marvel. And they spent $225 million to essentially try to take shots at us, but instead made themselves look like the fool. Well, that's what you get with Marvel Phase 4. Am I right?